6:17 and time now for What's Trending. Well, a corn maze in central Ohio pays tribute to golfing legend Jack Nicklaus. This is the 20th year that Randy Rosh and his family have hosted the maze at Little Darby Creek in Milford Center. This year's corn maze is of Ohio native Jack Nicklaus and shows off the iconic shot as he won his record 18th and final major at the Masters in 1986 with his putter high in the air. And this is more than a maze, it is a work of art. The corn maze covers about 9 acres and will take about an hour for people to maneuver through, and it's 85 decision points. Yikes. I mean, that's really cool that they're contributing it to him, you know, to be a golfer legend, excuse me, that's amazing. But an hour in a maze, that sounds like a horror movie for me. I would be terrified for that.
I wouldn't like that at all, because I would get nervous if you go one wrong turn in the 85 touch points. How do you know how to get back?
Exactly. So. That's literally one of the scariest things for me. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, I mean, if it's anything you wouldn't have to worry too much about. Obviously, I would trust that this thing is supervised, so I'm sure they would make sure everyone's cleared out before they close it up for the night, you would think. I mean, who knows? But other thing I'm also surprised about is how they make this. I mean, look at this. The aerial views of it is just so pristine and so crisp. It's like, how do you pull that off?
Just art. It's just a work of art.
It is a work of art.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, getting your house ready for Santa Claus is a work of art. It will be more expensive for some Americans this December. The artificial Christmas tree industry expects that the price tag on its products to go up by double-digit percentages. Some holiday companies say current global supply problems caused by the COVID-19 pandemic and high shipping expenses are among the reasons why artificial tree costs are going up. The American Christmas Tree Association says that the $2 billion worth of artificial Christmas trees are sold every year. Now, I don't know about you, but I am pro real tree. I like the smell of it. I know my mom doesn't like vacuuming up all the little pine needles, but I think it makes it feel more Christmassy, but that's just me.
Yeah, no, I do agree with that. It definitely makes a huge difference. Excuse me. Lord, I can't talk today, y'all. What's going on? Anyway, no, it makes a huge difference. And like you said, that smell is just everything. I did get an artificial tree last year, so I will say I've been pro real tree. But, you know, I just had my new place, my little new apartment, and I did not feel like cleaning up the little pine needles. So.
Well, I'm also pro real tree. However, my apartment bans them because it's a fire hazard, as maybe you can understand. So unfortunately, I'm not allowed to have a real tree. No. So I have a fake one, which is actually kind of nice, or artificial, the official language there.
Yeah.
It is kind of nice though, because I don't have to worry about wandering it. And of course, Jeff can vouch for me there. Exactly. I'm sometimes very slow about taking it down, and then the last few years I've left it up till March.
You said that.
Yes.
You're one of those people, huh?
I am one of those people. I mean, once it stays up, it's like, I really don't want to take this down.
It's kind of a good investment, too, because you don't have to buy a new one every year. You can just pull it out whenever you want, and it's ready to go.
I'm really glad I bought mine before the pandemic, because now I don't have to worry about those costs going up, though. Yep. So hold on to those trees so they still work, and try to, I guess, stretch the life out of them if you can. No, although for me, I don't have to worry about dead trees. I have to worry about dust on the trees. So,
yes, you got to make sure.
Yeah, that's another thing, too, so we'll talk about that later. But meanwhile, though, maybe if you want to drink while taking it or putting that tree up, Samuel Adams is releasing a new limited edition beer that many won't be able to buy. It will be so potent that it'll be illegal to sell in more than a dozen states. The beer company releases a new version of its Utopias brand every couple of years, but this year it won't be sold in 15 states, and this includes Georgia. The new brew will contain 28% alcohol by volume, more than 5 times the potency of typical U.S. brews. And the company says it's only making around 13,000 bottles. And for those who will be able to buy it, it will cost you $240 for a 25-ounce bottle. That's a lot of money. It will be available for purchase October 11th. And that's interesting, though. I mean, you hear about all these products that come out, and you're like, why can't we buy these or anything else? It's like only available for like a specific area and everything else. But the fact that we have beers now violating laws, I mean, it's pretty interesting. Probably doesn't violate any laws in Wisconsin because we're pretty much the beer central, basically.
It's kind of crazy because you would not think a beer would be that high percentage. You'd think you'd have a hard alcohol. So like just drink the hard alcohol
Right.
instead of the beer. But maybe it's for people who want to have a special night. You know?
Yeah, maybe so. I would try it, but when they said the price tag, that blew me up a little bit. I don't know if I'll be
you
able
were
to
like,
do that.
you're like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I was like, what? Yeah, but that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I know,
15
right?
states.
I'd be happy if we could at least take that 0 off at the end and say
Yeah.
$24. That'd be more reasonable,
Yeah,
right?
Sounds
I
a
would
lot
be down
better.
for that.
Yeah, we can only dream on, right?